Here we're going to do a transition to a longer lower. And so again, we always want to do a non-technical solution if we can, but if we can't, we're going to use the technical solution. And in this case, we're going to do a longer lower than what we did before. And we're going to transition from this auto-blocking blade device. And what we're going to do is, in this, we're going to go to baseline to show that transition. Gives you a lot of options in about how you proceed. So to start with, for whatever reason, my climber has gotten stuck or hurt or needs to go all the way to the ground. So this is a long lower. We're talking like 50 feet, 100 feet, 150 feet, like a whole pitch. So Zeke here is my climber. He's going to hang. Okay, this also could be a weighted backpack. I'm going to put my cat knot in first, as always. Now, I want to get out of this assisted braking device. That's my big goal. I'm going to use a cordelette here. I could also use a quad length sling. With the way I package up my cordelettes, I know that this is going to be my halfway point when I unfurl it. And that's what I want to work from. Okay, so Zeke, try not to swing too much there. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie a clem heist. And the direction matters, so I'm wrapping that bite on my cordelette down towards my climber. Trying to get enough wraps in there that it'll hold well. Pulling the tails through, and it's okay that they're just tails, that it's not tied together. And I'm going to check that just to make sure that it's going to hold. Now I'm going to attach this cordelette up here on the anchor. Here I might actually just work from my shelf just to give me a little bit of flexibility and clean things up here. Okay, and whoop, I jumped ahead of myself. I'm going to tie a munter that is already in the lowering position. Oops, now I can't tie one. Okay. And I'm going to mule it. Okay. And here now, I've muled it, but I still need to close this bite here. And I've got some options. I could pull this tail through and tie the overhand like we did earlier, or I could take a locking carabiner and close that bite by clipping it into the strand of the munter. Okay, and that closes it, making it completely hands-free. Or another option is to take these tails and just pass them through. So I'll do that there. So just realize you have some options there on how you close that. Trying to make this snug here. I can slide that clem heist down a little bit. Now I still have my cat knot in here, and what I'm going to do then is I'm just going to start to rock or ratchet that carabiner on the auto blocking device so that the weight of my climber is being transferred from the device to this clem heist here that's connected to my munter mule. And there I can feel Zeke's weight is really getting off of that belay device. Now, on the master point of my anchor, I'm going to put a big locking carabiner. Let me put it over here so it's easier to see. Okay. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to tie my munter, and I'm going to wrap the rope, the brake strand of that munter around my hand a few times for some extra security. Ratchet a little bit more slack out of there so I can take that locking carabiner completely off. Now I'm going to snug that up. Take the auto blocking blade device off. Milk this up. So milk that munter up to get it relatively snug here. And it's in that lowering position. And now I can mule it like so, and do the overhand. So I'm in that munter mule overhand. Now I can go back to the munter mule that I've got with my cord, and I can mute that and release it. And then I'm going to transfer the weight of my climber that's on that climb heist onto the climbing rope here on that muncher mule. Okay, his weight is on there. And take my climb heist off. And now at this point, I am at baseline, and I can have a lot of options here now. If I need to rappel down to my climber to do first aid or help them out, I can do that. If I want to do just a lower with the muncher, I can do that. Put that third hand back up on. If I want to decide to maybe haul them up, bring them up here, I can transition to that. But now I've gone from that auto-blocking belay device that was loaded without a non-technical solution and put my climber into baseline.